All right, if you want to come to seated, we'll start in an easy cross-leg position. So sitting on the front of the sit bones, legs crossing in front, just rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. Sit nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Grow tall through the spine, take a big deep breath in. And then exhale, close down the eyes. And then just breathing in and out at a regular pace to begin with, just noticing your breath. So we take thousands of breaths every day. Breaths that we don't even notice, they just happen automatically. So use this time to really connect with the breath and really see what's going on within and around the body as you breathe in and out. Is your breath smooth, or does it falter at any point? How does your body react as you inhale and as you exhale? Just noticing those small movements that occur within the body as you breathe in and out. And then slowly start to increase the length of your breath. So breathing, pushing that breath a little deeper within the body. So not just breathing into the chest space, but pushing it further down towards the belly area. And try to resist the lift of the shoulders as you inhale. Push the breath a little bit further so that it goes deeper still. Connecting the sit bones with the mat. Just feeling that connection, feeling that grounding before we start moving. Inhaling fully, deeply into the belly. And exhaling, just letting go of any thoughts, feelings that are going on that we don't need to be worrying about throughout this practice. Let it go. Bring your hands to meet at prayer at heart center. Set yourself a focus and intention for practice today. Maybe your reason for being on your mat. Big deep inhale here. And exhale to release it. All right, let's open up the eyes. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together. Just holding at the ankles. We're just going to butterfly the knees. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine, just opening up through the knees. And then take an inhale, draw the knees in. As you exhale, let's see if you can use your elbows to push those knees a little bit further down. So inhale, draw the knees up. And as you exhale, push those knees down towards the floor. One more. Inhale, lift, squeeze the knees together. And then exhale, push them all the way down. Lovely. And then extend the legs out into a straddled position. Interlacing the fingers, we're going to take stirring our porridge pot, so take the arms towards the right leg and then bring it all the way across to the left and then back to center. So extending, keeping the feet flexed. Okay, taking a big circle with the arms. Let's do one more this direction. So take it across and back, and then let's change direction. Take it across to the left and all the way over and back and again. Good, let's do two more. Reaching across and back, and one more, all the way over and back together. Lovely. Let's bring the knees in, give them a little squeeze. Squeeze them into the chest. Let's lift the feet off the floor and then bring the legs up so that they're parallel with the mat. Lift the chest, lengthen up through the spine. Either a light hold on the back of the thighs or extend the arms forward. Let's just engage into the tummy muscles so we get the core working. As you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, let's open up a little and then bring it back to center. So open up a little and then back to center. One more, open up a little, just get the core firing and bring it back to center. Let's cross the feet and roll over onto our hands and knees into tabletop. So bringing the hands directly under the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. So push the floor away with the hands. Strong connection with the knees with the mat as well. So push down through the top of the feet. Also here. As you inhale, let's lift the head and tilt the tailbone to the back of the room. A few rounds of cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine. Bring the chin into the chest. Inhale, lift the head, tilt the tailbone back. Drop the belly. Exhale, rounding that spine. One more round. Inhale, the head lifts. Exhale, let's bring the chin into the chest. And then release. Lovely. Keeping the hands where they are, extend the right leg out behind you. So push the heel to the back of the room, engage the tummy, and then bend the knee, push the heel up towards the ceiling. We're just going to lift the heel. So lifting the heel, just raising that leg a little bit to fire into the glutes. One more. And then bring your knee towards your elbow and round it. So making circles with that hip, opening up through the hip. So 2, and last one, release to center. Good, so extend the left leg out behind you, push the heel back, engage the core, then bend at the knee. And then raising that heel up towards the ceiling, pushing it up. Good, engaging your glute muscles. One more, then bring the knee towards the elbow and big circle, open that hip. And again, big circle. And 2 more, open. And last one, bring the knee down. Bring your big toes together and push back into child's pose. The head may come to the floor. It might not just yet, that's fine. Knees can be together or apart. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, push the mat forward as you push your bottom back towards your heels. Good, inhale, tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. Let's lift the knees just to hover off the mat. So still driving the hands, driving away with the hands into the floor. Nice, strong posture there. So engage the tummy, push your chest back towards the thighs and then start straightening up through the legs into downward facing. The knees may not straighten, that's fine. Just see how it feels for the legs, maybe have a little pedal out. Take the feet so that they are hip distance apart. Hands should be shoulder distance. And 4 points of contact, equal pressure going through the hands and the feet here in our downward facing. Heels are going towards the mat, the hips, lift them nice and high, so turn your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Make sure there's no tension in the neck, so shake out that tension with the head. The head a little shaky, yes, no. Lovely, and then let's bring it forward into a plank position. Just warm up the wrists, exhale, downward facing dog. So as you inhale, bring it forward to plank, and as you exhale, push it back. And one more, take it forward into plank, exhale into downward facing dog. Little baby steps, bringing you up to the top edge of your mat. Keep the feet hip distance, take a ragdoll, so grabbing opposite elbows or interlacing the hands behind the back of the head, just for a few breaths to get that stretch down the back of the legs. Take weight forward into the balls of your feet so we can really lengthen down the back of the legs. Lovely. You can sway here if that feels nice. It's always good to wake your legs up slowly in the morning. Release your arms down, soften the knees as you roll up the spine. Nice and steady, all the way up. Lovely, give those shoulders a roll back and down. Okay, let's turn the palms forward, bring the feet and the knees together. Tuck the tailbone under, Tadasana, let the shoulders relax. Take an inhale, arms sweep up towards the ceiling. Exhale into forward fold. Hands come onto the shins, halfway lift. And exhale, let's step back, right foot, then left. Into plank position, lower down, knees, chin and chest. Keep the elbows tight, push through into back bend. So maybe go just for a baby cobra to begin with, it's up to you. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Just do a round on each side, just to get ourselves nicely warmed up. Okay, so step forward, right foot, then left. Lift the chest, lengthen, and fall down to the legs as you exhale. Sweep the arms up to the sky, inhale up, straight back down as you exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen, good, and fold, step back, left foot, then right foot, plank position, hold for a moment, and then lower knees down, chin and chest with the elbows into the ribs. Push through to back bend, exhale, downward facing dog. Again, take a breath here, just to settle into the posture. Just checking with how the breath is going. Is it still nice and long and deep? Look forward, left foot steps forward, then the right, halfway lift, and fold into a deep forward bend here. Inhale, arms to the sky, reach up. Bring the hands into prayer at heart center. Good, so it might be a little, hopefully a little bit warmer. Reach the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the chest here. And fold again. Let's step back with the left foot. Step back with the left foot, lower the knee down to the floor, untuck the back toes. Lift the chest and look forward. And just sink into the hips so you can feel the stretch coming through our hip flexor. Take a breath. Rock back as you exhale. Bring it forward again. And then again, push the hips back. Bring the hips forward, make sure knee is over ankle, plant the left hand down, reach the right hand to the sky. Option here to lift the back knee off the floor if you want to take it a little deeper. So open up that twist, feel the stretch coming through the glute. Look up towards your top hand if that feels all right on the neck. And then release the hand down to the floor. Just drop the knee back down. We're going to go back into half splits. So pushing the hips to the back of the room, pulling the toes up towards you. Okay, and then turn the right tailbone towards the back of your mat. So really intensify and feel the stretch through the leg. If you want to take your chest down towards your thigh, you can. Take one more breath here. And then let's release. Bring both hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toe, step back to plank. Nice and strong. And then either chaturanga or again, knees, chin, chest. Push through to your back bend. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Take the left leg into the air for a three-leg dog. And then bring the left knee to touch the left elbow. And push it back. And again, touch. And all the way back, and one more, hold it there, bring the knee to center, step it forward, step the right foot forward, fold over your legs, inhale, arms to the sky, exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, lengthen, fold deeper, step back right foot, drop the right knee, untuck the toes, lift the chest, look forward. And then sink the hips forward so you get the stretch coming through the front of the hip flexor here. Take the weight back so you can keep these front toes down and then forward and then down, push it back and then bring it forward. Keep the knee over the ankle, plant the right hand, take the left hand to the sky. If you want to, you can tuck the back toe and lift the back knee off the floor. Look up towards your top hand. Extend those fingertips to the ceiling. Feel the stretch coming through the left glute here. Lovely. Reach higher if you can. And exhale, hand down to the floor. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Take it back for half splits. So the hips push back, the left toes lift. We move the left hip to the back of the room. Trying to keep your hip over your knee if you can, maybe bringing the chest down towards the thigh to intensify. Look over your big toe. Lovely stretch coming through the hamstring here. And then release weight back. Hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toe, step back to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra, exhaling into downward facing. Take the right leg into the air, 3-leg dog. Bring the knee to the right elbow and back. And again, knee to elbow and back, and one more. Knee to elbow, hold, bring it to center, step the foot between the hands, step the left foot forward, halfway lift, and fold over your legs. Squeeze in tight, well done. Inhale, sweep those arms up. And exhale, hands come into prayer at heart center. Fabulous, well done. Okay, if you turn to standing wide leg stance, but don't take it too wide. I'm going to have the feet pointing out to 10 to 2. Okay, so 10 to 2 feet. Bring your hands onto your hips and just start by sitting down and check that your knees are going towards your toes. So we don't want the knees collapsing in. So just adjust where your feet are. So as you sit down, the knees go towards our toes. Okay, so hands coming onto the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, sit. And then straighten. Let's sit deeper. Sit down, don't let your bum stick out. Tuck it in and straighten. One more, let's go down and hold. Okay, so tuck the tailbone. Make sure the shoulders are back. And then just some little pulses here. Little pulses. Make sure the bum's not sticking out. Tuck it in nice and tight and sit and take it deep. Take it all the way down and then lift it back up again. Inhale and sink again. Holding this time, bringing the arms up into our goddess. So the arms are at shoulder height. Pull, bring the elbows up so that they're level with the shoulders. Good, and hold here. You can have a little bounce if you want, so you can go a little bit deeper. Let's lift our left heel off the floor and put it back down, then the right. And down, then both heels, lift them off. And down, and release. Give those legs a shake out, well done. Take an inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Turn your left toes towards the top edge of your mat. Bring your arms down, push the hip back, reach forward, go into your triangle. So into your Trikonasana. Making sure that we're not leaning forward, so keeping the left hip under, then pulling the right shoulder back. Look up towards the top arm. If you can, maybe we can just hover this hand off, so really get the core engaged. Or we can hold a beach ball above our head to make it even stronger. Hold for a breath. And then inhale, let's raise the beach ball to the ceiling. Swap your feet around. Let's go to the other side, so push the hip back and tilt down. Good, look towards that top hand. Squeeze the right hip under, left shoulder pulls back. Remember, just hover that hand, or you can beach ball hold if you wish. And breathing here. Feel that lovely stretch coming through the side body. Inhale, let's raise the beach ball to the ceiling. Turn both of your feet forward, so push your heels out. Reach up, and then bring it down to parallel with the mat. So extending the fingertips forward, pushing the hips back. Feel the stretch coming through the glutes. Engage the tummy. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Take the feet wider if you can. So the hands are flat underneath, flat on the floor underneath our shoulders. Got a nice, strong contact with the mat through the hands here. Have we got it? Good. Bring the left hand to the center with the right hand, reach up towards the ceiling to take the twist. Keep the hips as square as we can. So you feel the twist through the torso. Look towards your top hand. Exhale, release the hand down. Let's switch them over. Taking the left hand up. See if you can take a bit of weight forward, so it's going more into the balls of the feet and into the hand. So you can lift your tailbone a little bit higher. Extend those fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, release the hand down. And then keeping your hips exactly where they are, reach the arms forward and bring the chest down. So you can be on your fingertips here. Bring the chest down as if we're into a wide leg downward facing dog. So you can either have the hands flat down, or you can be up on fingertips, taking that wide leg down dog. Pushing the tailbone as high as you can with your heels flat to the mat. And then slowly walk your hands back through the legs, as deep as you want to go. Letting the head just drop down. Maybe the fingertips can turn off the back of the mat as you start pulling yourself through. Good, and breathe here. With each exhale, let's creep those fingertips a little further. With your exhale, think about lengthening through the spine. Good, let's do that once more. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, creep a little further. And then walk the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. Raise the hands onto the hips. Slowly bring yourself back up into a standing position. Well done. Toe heel the feet in slightly for me. Look towards the top edge of your mat. Just take a step back together. Hands to prayer heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the chest, lengthen, really lengthen the spine. Step or jump back, plank to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Lovely, take the left leg up, three leg dog. Bend the knee, open up through the hip. Try and push your right heel to the floor. And then look underneath your right armpit. See if you can see that foot dropping down behind you. The knee, the left knee should be the highest point of your posture. So lift it as high as you can towards the ceiling. Still pushing down strongly through that left hand. Good, so you get a really big opening up here. And then as you inhale, let's bring that left knee to the left tricep. Touch. Good, take it back up. Then bring it to the nose, round the spine. Take it back up. Then twist it under the body to the right elbow and then step the foot forward. Raising the right arm up into the air, into your fallen star position. Open up the chest towards the ceiling. Look towards that raised arm. Lift the left leg off the floor if you wish. And then release the hand back down to the mat. Step back into that plank position. Hold for a moment. Push back into your downward facing dog. Well done. Take a few breaths. We'll do the same on the other side. In a moment, look forward, bend at the knees. Jump or step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the chest and lengthen. Let's jump it back. Plank to chaturanga. Push through into back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Three-legged dog. Keep the pressure into those hands. Look underneath the left armpit. See if we can see that foot dropping down behind us. So the left heel wants to ground. Lift the right knee as high as we can. And then bring right knee to right elbow. Touch. And push back. Right knee to nose. And push back. Right knee to opposite elbow. So twisting to the left elbow. Step the foot out. Take the left arm up into the sky. Fallen star. Open the chest. Look towards that top hand. If you can, keep the hips lifted. Bring the hand down slowly. Step the foot back into your plank. Well done. Push back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Exhale your heels to the mat. Look forward. Bend at the knees. Jump or step. Feet to the top. Halfway lift. Fold over your legs. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Lift them up. Hands come into prayer at heart center. Well done. That was tough. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Hopefully that's working you up. Inhale, let's reach up high. Let's keep it going. Exhale into a forward fold position. Lift the chest here. Take a little gap between the feet. Grab onto the back of the legs and let's pull ourselves in tight. So taking hold of the back, or maybe you want to take yoga toe grip, but just squeezing the chest to the thighs. If the hamstrings are super tight, soften the knees and do it that way. But squeezing yourself in, weight into the balls of the feet, tailbones lifted, head is heavy, let it go. Pull the belly button all the way back towards the spine so we can lengthen the spine and go a bit deeper here. And then release. Place your hands onto the floor, stepping the left foot back. So step that left foot back, lower the left knee down onto the floor. We're going to toe heel the right foot towards the side edge of the mat so we can bring both of our hands to the inside of that front foot. So we're into our half lizard. You can untuck your back toes. And with this, from this position, take your right arm and reach it up into the sky. So let's see if we can sink the hips forward here. So sink those hips down, then bring the hand to the inside of the knee and push the knee away so the foot goes onto its outside edge. So we get a lovely stretch through our left hip flexor and opening up through the right hip as well. See if you can straighten the right arm and start turning the chest to look over the right shoulder. The left hand is directly underneath the left shoulder to support you. Look towards the back edge of your mat and then release, bring it back to center. Bring your hands down underneath the shoulders, or now let's see if we can lower down onto forearms. That might be a bit much. You might need to put something underneath one or both of your elbows. See how it feels today. It is the morning, so it's often harder to get into these postures. Now this knee will possibly feel like it wants to move out. Try to keep it as close to your shoulder as you can. Bring it close to your shoulder. Just add another little dimension into this stretch. Lovely. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then carefully bring yourself back up onto your hands. We're just going to take this knee back to join the other one. So we're in a elongated tabletop, and then rotate through the hips. Let's release it off on that side and then the other way. Lovely. Let's push back to a child's pose to get that length through the spine. Feel the stretch through the lower back. Forehead comes down to the mat now. Bottom goes onto the heels, hopefully. And exhale just to release any tension here. So let's take the lizard onto the other side. So come back up onto hands and knees, stepping the left foot to the outside of the left hand. So right toes are untucked. Planting the right hand down with the left arm, reach it up to the sky. So we're in our twisted position. Allow the hips to sink here. So you can feel the stretch through the hip flexor. Extending those fingertips up and then bringing the hand down to the inside of the knee to push it away. So push that left knee away from you. Let the foot go onto its outside edge. And if you can, straighten up through, straighten that left arm and start turning the chest open. Firstly towards the side edge of your mat, and then start looking towards the back of the room over the left shoulder. Look towards the back edge of your mat. Really feel that lovely stretch. Good, and carefully release back to center, hands down, stay with it here, or lower down onto your forearms. Remember, this time we're trying to keep that knee tucked in towards the left shoulder. So try not to allow it to push out to the side, but keep it tucked in tight. If it means staying on the hands, then just stay on the hands, that's fine. Okay, so we could be on forearms. Down here, squeezing that knee towards the shoulder. Taking some breaths there. Good work. And then carefully bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Let's take the knee back to meet the other one. And again, let's hip circle. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Been quite hip focused today, so rotate in the other direction as well. Push back to child's pose, then bring it forward and into a cobra position. So bringing the hips towards the wrists The hands can be as far back as you feel comfortable with, and take the gaze up, either towards the top edge, towards the top corner of the room, or all the way up, depending how it's feeling, but keep those shoulders back and down away from the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, engage the legs, so push down through the top of the feet, so the kneecaps can lift, the legs are strong, the core is engaged. Hold it there, breathe in. Exhale, child's pose. Take your bum all the way back to your heels and release. Have a little sway from side to side. Let's let go of that tension. And exhale it out. Let it go. Brill. Well done. Okay, let's come back up into tabletop and then into our downward facing dog. Look forward between the hands. Take a jump to the top of the mat or step. Halfway lift. And a passive forward fold. Come up really slowly as we've been down on the floor. So rolling up the spine, reach the arms high. And then bring your hands into prayer at heart center. Okay, we've just got a standing balance to work on the hip, continuing our theme. So we're going to have the weight into our left foot. Bring the right foot across the left knee. Now flex the foot because it helps to protect the knee and the ankle joint. Bringing the hands into prayer at heart center, we're going to start bending the supporting leg to bring it down. And you might find that you can get your elbows onto your foot and your knee. Keep the chest lifted. You might not, we might stay here, that's fine. We're just working with the balance. Okay? So hold it here. And then as you inhale, I want you to lift your chest. Take your right elbow, hang on, right elbow onto the sole of your left foot. And then see if you can turn your gaze in that direction. Good, slowly bring it back to center. Ooh. Option to bring your hands to the floor, lift your hips to the sky. Just to finish off that stretch. If that's too deep, just keep your hands at prayer. And then let's come back out the way we went in. So hands into prayer, raising up slowly, extend that leg and release. Woo. Well done, let's wiggle it out. Let's try the other side. So get a nice base of support with your right foot, spread the right toes, left foot comes across. Remember, flexing that foot, hands into prayer, start bending into the supporting leg and trying to bring the elbows down, maybe to the knee and foot, maybe not. I'm not as good on this side, it's really tight, especially in the morning. And then as you inhale, lift the chest. Let's see if we can twist the elbow over and start turning the gaze in that direction. Oh. See if you can drop your bottom a little bit deeper. Awesome, bring it back to center. Try not to fall out a bit like I did. Take your hands down to the floor, hips to the sky. Finish off with that lovely stretch and then all the way back out the way we came in. So hands come into prayer, go standing, extend the leg. Sorry about the demos. Release the hands and wiggle it out. Brill. Well done. I hope yours were better than mine. My balance was shocking this morning. All right, let's lift the arms to the sky and exhale, fold. Let it go. Take the feet so that they are hip distance or a little bit wider, so you can just soften the knees, bring your chest onto your thighs and release here. As you inhale, let's sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Let's inhale up. Exhale, let's go down. Soften those knees. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, take it down. One more. Lift up, inhale. And exhale, take it down. Lovely. Drop your bottom down. So just bend the knees and let's bring ourselves down into seated position. Bring it all the way down to the mat. So for your inversion, I will talk you through shoulder stand. If you would like to do anything else, please feel free. Just be very mindful of your neck, your back, your surroundings. Just be gentle. Okay, quite a strong practice this morning. So, a couple of options as always. We have waterfall. If you want to go into Shavasana early as well, that's fine. Waterfall is good if you just place your hands or a blanket or something underneath your sacrum to raise it slightly. It's easier to keep the legs in the air that way. Okay, so waterfall is your first option, or engaging through the core to lift your legs into the air, so we can get hands, fingers and thumbs onto the back, and then walking the elbows towards each other to get higher. Okay, just going to move a bit further forward on my mat. So taking the legs up, walking the elbows in, getting yourself into nice straight shoulder stand, squeezing the ankles together, looking up towards your toes. Keep the gaze up towards the toes so we don't put any stress on the neck. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Let's let the knees go wide into our bound angle. Extend the legs out into a straddle position and then back up towards the ceiling. So bring them in, heels to bum, knees stay wide, legs extend out into straddle, take them up to the ceiling. One more. These are optional. So down into bound angle, legs go out into straddle, inhale them up towards the ceiling. Awesome. If you want to now take your feet into plow, you can do one leg at a time or both together, taking the feet down over the head. They may get there, they may not. If they don't, that's fine. Work on your hamstrings, flex your feet, push the back of your knees up towards the ceiling, and the hands can come onto the thighs here or extend the fingertips up. If you're in full plow and the feet are touching, you can release the hands off the back and interlace the fingers. So just be aware of how it feels for your body. And if I go any deeper than this and try and talk, it doesn't work. So I'm going to stay with this one today. I'm still getting the same benefits. The nice stimulation of the thyroid going on, a nice boost for the metabolism first thing in the morning. Good. Make sure the breath is still long and deep. And then we're slowly going to roll ourselves down so the hands can release back to the mat. And we roll the spine slow and controlled all the way down. Keep the legs traveling if you wish, or you can bend into the knees and bring your feet down towards the floor. We're going to take a fish posture just to counteract our shoulder stand. So hands come underneath the bottom, palms face down. Legs extend, bringing yourself up onto your elbows, tucking. So be on the forearms with the elbows tucked under, then puff the chest up, drop the top of the head back. Trying to get the top of the head down towards the floor to stretch out through the front of the neck. You can bring the bottom teeth over the top teeth to intensify that neck stretch as well. And then exhale, carefully release. Brill. Just bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Move your hands out of the way. Take the arms out into a crucifix position. Bring the knees into the chest and drop them both down to the left side. Keeping the shoulders down and look in the opposite direction. If you want to intensify this, you can cross the legs. That will take you a little bit deeper. You can always use your left hand to pull that knee further over as well. That can make it a little stronger too. But really breathe into the twist that's coming through the side of the body. Try to lengthen the area from your hip to your shoulder. So you can really stretch and twist into those internal organs. Great detoxification posture, this one. And then bring it back to center. And let's take it the other way. So remember, if you want to make it a bit deeper, we can cross the legs. You can also use that right hand to pull the knee over and then turn the head to look the opposite direction. And breathe into this twist. Really feel it coming all the way through the body. Excuse me. Good. Deep inhales. Let's see if we can twist a little extra. Really go for it. And then bring it back to center. Slowly release out the legs. We can extend them out fully into final Shavasana, arms by the sides. Maybe we've been working on the hips, so bound angle might be quite nice, bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees, letting the knees go wide. And then just big, deep breath in here. Fill up. Exhale, close your eyes and sink down into the mat. All you need to do now is relax and breathe. Not changing the breath or forcing it at all, but just allowing it to flow. Let it flow to wherever needs it in the body. And whilst we're here, just see what's going on in the head space. Is it busy? Is your mind racing? Are you thinking about moments past or what you've got to do today? Any of those things, let's just try to quiet the mind a touch. We never fully achieve this, but we can start the process. We can chip into it a little bit by just getting rid of thoughts that aren't relevant. So just acknowledge them and accept them, but then try to let them go. A good way to do this is by focusing just on your breath. So you can't think about anything else because you can only have one thought at a time. So if you really just focus on the breath, then you can let all the other thoughts just drift away. I sometimes even put the words inhale and exhale in and just use those just to clear my mind of everything else. Checking that the facial muscles are relaxed, the jaw is soft, the cheeks are soft, the forehead is smooth. Even the tongue is relaxed within the mouth. And try to stop the eyes from darting here and there. Let the shoulders and the hips be open. All the way down to your fingertips and your toes to be soft. Bring some small toes back into fingers and toes. If you were in bound angle, bring the legs in together. And then draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze in here. Maybe rock from side to side. Rolling over onto your right side, just to rest in the fetal position before pushing yourself slowly back up to bring yourself back to seated. So easy cross leg as we started. Hands can be on the knees. So relax those shoulders once more. Bring your hands into prayer at heart center. Let's remember why we came to our mats, our focus, our intention for practice today. Giving thanks to everybody else who has arrived on their mats this morning and joined us for this lovely practice. I thank you all for joining me. It's been my pleasure to guide you. Namaste.